Oklahoma Republican Markwayne Mullin has been confirmed as the next Secretary of Homeland Security, stepping into one of America's most challenging cabinet positions during a critical moment. The former congressman assumes leadership of the sprawling department while a government shutdown has left approximately 100,000 DHS employees working without pay. This represents nearly half of the department's 250,000 workforce, creating unprecedented strain on national security operations. The Department of Homeland Security oversees everything from border protection and immigration enforcement to cybersecurity and disaster response, making stable leadership essential during times of crisis. Mullin's confirmation comes as the department faces mounting pressure to resolve the shutdown while maintaining critical security functions that protect American communities and infrastructure. The new secretary will need to immediately address workforce morale and operational continuity while navigating the political dynamics that led to the current impasse. His success in stabilizing the department will have far-reaching implications for national security policy. Royal Mail postal workers across Britain have revealed a systematic practice of hiding mail to artificially meet delivery performance targets, according to explosive testimony gathered by BBC Your Voice. Multiple employees report being instructed to take the mail for a ride, a widespread phrase describing the deliberate concealment of undelivered post to create false statistics. Workers say this deceptive practice has become routine, with supervisors actively encouraging staff to hide letters and packages rather than admit delivery failures. The revelations expose serious flaws in the UK's postal system reliability and raise questions about public trust in mail services that millions of Britons depend on daily. This scandal comes at a particularly sensitive time as Royal Mail faces increasing competition from private delivery services and mounting pressure to modernize operations while maintaining universal service commitments. The practice potentially affects everything from important legal documents to medical prescriptions and benefit payments. Regulators and postal service leadership will now face intense scrutiny over how widespread this deception has become and what measures will be implemented to restore public confidence. Israeli settlers have been filmed vandalizing a boys' school in the occupied West Bank town of Hawara, raising an Israeli flag on the premises in a brazen display of territorial aggression. The disturbing footage shows settlers destroying school property and asserting control over the educational facility, highlighting the escalating tensions in this volatile region. This attack represents more than just property damage. It strikes at the heart of Palestinian children's right to education and safety in their own communities. Hawara has become a flashpoint for settler violence, with Palestinian residents facing increasing harassment and intimidation tactics designed to force them from their homes. Such incidents violate international law regarding occupied territories and undermine efforts to maintain stability in the region. The targeting of educational institutions is particularly concerning as schools should remain neutral spaces protected from political conflict. This latest incident will likely draw international condemnation and further complicate diplomatic efforts to reduce tensions between Israelis and Palestinians. The global community continues to monitor these developments as they threaten prospects for peaceful coexistence. The Trump administration has installed a statue of Christopher Columbus on the White House grounds, igniting immediate controversy over the historical figure's complex and disputed legacy. The placement of this monument represents a bold symbolic statement about American heritage and identity, deliberately courting debate over how the nation should remember its colonial origins. Columbus remains a polarizing figure, celebrated by some as a courageous explorer who connected two worlds, while others condemn him for initiating centuries of indigenous oppression and cultural destruction. The decision reflects broader cultural battles over historical memory that have intensified across America in recent years, with communities nationwide reconsidering monuments and their meanings. Many view this move as a direct response to recent removals of controversial statues and a reassertion of traditional historical narratives. The statue's prominent White House location ensures maximum visibility and symbolic impact, sending a clear message about the administration's stance on cultural debates. This installation will likely galvanize both supporters and critics, further deepening divisions over how America should commemorate its past while building its future. The Trump administration has agreed to pay French energy giant TotalEnergies $1 billion to abandon its offshore wind lease agreements, marking a dramatic reversal of America's renewable energy trajectory. The deal effectively refunds the company's investments in wind projects planned off the coasts of North Carolina and New York, with TotalEnergies committing to redirect these funds toward fossil fuel development instead. This unprecedented arrangement, announced by the Department of Interior, represents one of the largest federal interventions against renewable energy infrastructure in recent memory. The decision will eliminate thousands of potential clean energy jobs and significantly reduce America's offshore wind capacity at a time when other nations are rapidly expanding their renewable portfolios. Environmental groups and coastal communities that anticipated economic benefits from these projects now face an uncertain energy future dominated by traditional fossil fuels. This policy shift signals a fundamental reorientation of American energy strategy that could influence global climate initiatives and energy markets for decades. The international community will be watching closely as this decision potentially undermines global renewable energy momentum and climate commitments.